You had predicted in 1957 that by 1997 your practices would be accepted. Why so long, and has that come true?
Well, I was wrong. It's now 50 years. Just now we're beginning to see a trend. It's because it's inherently in the nature of medicine to be very conservative or reactionary, depending on your point of view. If you read the history of medicine, you will find out that every major discovery took 40 to 50 years before it became introduced. For example, the stethoscope. You wouldn't think there'd be any opposition against the stethoscope. It took 40, 50 years before that was accepted. And it goes back years and centuries and centuries. Medical professions all around the world are very conservative. Now, maybe it's in our genes. It's built into our genes. Do you ever read the Bible? You got to read the Bible because it may not be true, it may be myth, but still there's some interesting stories there. The question is, when Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt to take over the promised land, why did it take 40 years? You can walk across in 2 weeks. Why did it take 40 years? Well, the Bible tells you. The Bible's not shy. The Bible says that Moses realized that men and women who had been raised in slavery, they had been slaves in Egypt for 200 years, they had been raised in slavery, didn't have the guts to go ahead and conquer any land. So he said, let's walk them around in circles for 2 generations, until 2 generations are dead, and the young men and women who have been bred in freedom will be the ones who take over the promised land. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
40 years.